Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of choral directors Ms. Mackenzie Talley, Mr. Jeff Talley, and instrumental director Ms. Kelly Watts, the Star Spangled Banner finale.
Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gavin Goodrich, and I have the privilege of being principal at Ralston Valley High School. On behalf of the entire staff at Ralston Valley High School, we would like to welcome parents, family, friends, and honored guests to the commencement exercise for the class of 2018. Please join me in welcoming our honored platform guests. Please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Platform guests, please stand as you're introduced. Student Body President, Mary Therese Dieslin. Senior Class President, Mr. Gavin Jones. School Board Member, Ms. Allie LaSalle. Achievement Director, Ms. Beth Elmgreen. Achievement Director, Mr. Eric Everding. Assistant Principal, Ms. Micah Buning. Assistant Principal, Ms. Stephanie Neville. Assistant Principal, Mr. Jim Hines. Assistant Principal, Mr. Mark Litsu. And Assistant Principal, Mr. Tony Pergola. Faculty Speaker, Mr. Chris Brakita. Faculty Herald, Mr. Sean Kasubi. Faculty Herald, Mr. Shane Freeling. Principal of Drake Middle School, Rod Pagnetti. Assistant Principal of Oberon Middle School, Mr. Brian Connor. Principal of Wayne Carl Middle School, Mr. John White. Principal of Cold Creek Canyon K-8, Ms. Jennifer Livingston. Principal of Three Creeks K-8, Ms. Laura Wilson. Principal of Sierra Elementary, Mr. Troy Brickley. Principal of Micklejohn Elementary, Ms. Carrie Canero. Principal of Westwoods Elementary, Ms. Patty Katsampis. Principal of Van Arsdale Elementary, Ms. Susan Chapala. Ladies and gentlemen, our honored guests.
At our inaugural commencement exercise, we introduced several traditions that have remained a part of our graduation ceremony for this year's commencement and for years to come. One of these traditions includes the robing of our student body president, senior class president, and faculty speaker. At this time, I would like Ms. Buning, Ms. Elmgreen, and Mr. Everding to assist in the robing of student body president Mary Therese Dieslin, senior class president Gavin Jones, and faculty speaker Chris Brakita. This tradition dates back to the Middle Ages. During that era, only the clergy, church officials, and the educated had reading and writing skills. Therefore, the long robe became the mark of a learned person. Today, our graduates still wear caps and gowns, send formal invitations to family and friends, and enter and leave with great pomp and circumstance while music plays and the assembled throng rises in respect. Our faculty also take part in this tradition as they are wearing various styles of robes which represent their various degrees of education. Those wearing hoods are displaying various colors which represent their college or university and their field of study. Ladies and gentlemen, Ralston Valley High School's Student Body President, Mary Dieslin, and Senior Class President, Gavin Jones.
Good morning, parents, families, esteemed faculty, staff, administrators, and most importantly, class of 2018. My name is Gavin Jones, and I've had the privilege of representing the class of 2018 as its senior class president. A year ago, when I had first learned that I had won the election, I ran home in excitement. I told my parents, and after congratulating me and my dad, he gave me a look and he said, "You do know you're going to have to plan the class reunions for the rest of your life. You know that, right?" I looked at him and I said, uh-oh. I don't know what that entails, like go mini golfing or something. So see you guys in 10 years or something. So long story short, I run. I know. Every time this entire year I'd even begin to accelerate past a normal walking pace, I could count on somebody behind me going like, "Oh my God, Gavin, do you run? That's crazy, Morgan." Yeah. So when I was writing this speech, I kept telling myself, just don't make it about running, because everyone's just going to be like, "Oh my God, he's off on another one of his running rants again." But in all seriousness, this sport has taught me a lot of life lessons that I want to impart to you, class of 2018. People ask me every day, why do I run? I laugh every time at this because honestly, I'm not quite sure sometimes. Why would I go outside and I run as fast as I can for 8 miles straight when I could just be at home, watching The Office or taking dubs in Fortnite? I usually tell them, well, maybe I like it because of the people. Maybe I like it because I have one of the best upper thigh tans of anybody in the grade because of those short shorts. Maybe I just like it because I get to be on a team. Every time that conversation ends, it gets me thinking, why do I do a sport that seems so awful and hurts when I do it in general? The one conclusion I can make to this is I just love to compete. I love all that nervous energy building up within me as 100 runners line up at that start line. I love the sheer adrenaline rush through my veins when the starting gun goes off and when the smoke from the gun burns my nostrils and I see the hundreds of runners competing for the same thing. That's why I do it. I can see no better parallel to this than high school. That starting gun goes off that first day and it's a battle. We all have our own races. Some of us are in a race to be valedictorian. Some of us are to be a lead in the play, president of your club, or captain of your team. Some of us racing just to get to school, to get a passing grade, to get to school on time, or simply just making it through that day. We're all running every day, racing through the halls to get to our next class before the bell rings, racing to finish that last chemistry question because you're 5 minutes into the passing period and Mr. Sillick is eyeing you from his desk across the room. Racing out of that building at 3 o'clock because at 3:07 you're going to wait in that line of cars until 3:20. I know, I hate it. Whether you knew it or not, you've been running for 4 years now. This is what I go through. It can be so hard sometimes, and you'll have those days that you just want to give up. With lungs burning and legs aching, sometimes the race just doesn't seem worth it. But it can be the best thing ever, too. Win or lose, you had to keep going to ensure that you'd make it to the end of the race that really mattered. That one race we all started, we're now about to finish right now. Look around you. This is the finish line. Every time I raced cross country, I would see that 3rd mile marker and say to myself, okay, there's only 0.1 miles left. For those of you that don't know, there are 3.1 miles in a 5K. I know, most of you do marathons on Netflix anyway, but that's fine. We are in that last 0.1, guys. You're about to cross a finish line in about 20 minutes and finish a journey that you've been striving for 12 years. Do you not see the magnitude of this moment? Do you not see those nights of doing homework but secretly not doing homework and scrolling through Instagram has led you to? You know for a fact you did at least one assignment at 12:30 because you completely forgot. It doesn't matter now. All the heartbreak and stress, all the victories and success has led you here to your finish line. Before the music starts to play and Mr. Litsu's like, Get out of here, dude. I just want to talk to you about one person. One person in my life that has made an impact. I want to talk to you about my dad. My dad has always given me the best advice and has made me so mad at the right moment just for me to prove him wrong. The best advice he's ever given me, and that I want to impart to you, class of 2018, is one phrase, and that's to never be outworked. This is where the hard work begins, I'm telling you. I'm sorry to break it to you, and there's going to be times when you want to be lazy and just sit around playing Fortnite, which would be great, I know, but we just can't afford to do it yet. So many others around this state are graduating. They're sitting where you are in some big open space, ready to get the heck out of high school. They're all going to be working for the same things you are: college, the military, fine arts, traveling, interning, working. It doesn't matter. In running, there's always that one guy. You know, that guy that just got like some insane amount of talent, like you don't even have to practice and you're already like amazing. Nick Nowlin, just saying. Sorry, I'm a little bitter. No, he's one of the hardest workers I know, but what I have learned, and I want all of you to understand, is while there may be people who have amazing talent, if you work harder than them, if you're never outworked by them, you will in time be better than them. And guess what? If you are that person with that talent, well, good for you. I bet your life has been a breeze thus far. But that does not give you the excuse to stop working hard. Steve Prefontaine, one of the best distance runners of all time, said, to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. We all bring gifts into this world, and to truly unlock our potential, we have to realize how special we are up here. You have to understand that so much of life is a mental battle, and it's a mental game, and whoever is the toughest up here is going to be the toughest out there. I want you to promise me that no matter what passion you are pursuing, no matter what happens after this morning, you will not let others work harder than you. You will leave no doubt that Mustangs, they're the best that it gets. When you walk onto this stage and you cross your finish line, just know that up until this moment, you have not been outworked. You have succeeded. And know that for the rest of your life will require the utmost work ethic and passion. If you go out there and give it your best and not let others work harder than you, then I guarantee you'll win this race called life. You must always have the drive to pursue your goals, and you must always feel in your heart and in your soul that if you are never outworked and you do the best that you can, then you have nothing to fear. I quote The Alchemist: "Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity." The author goes on to say, "People are afraid to pursue their utmost important dreams because they feel that they don't deserve them or they'll be unable to achieve them." Well, looking out at this crowd, I don't think we need to be afraid much longer. We have the love and the passion and the work ethic to make our dreams come true. And I truly hope that I have served you well as your president, and I know for a fact that you are the best group of people for this ever-changing world. So, runners, take your marks, get set, go. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018.
I am not Gandhi, and I'm not Mother Teresa, and I'm not Kanye West. And I'm not going to stand up here and try to give you some life-changing advice. After all, I've only been living on this earth for 18 years, and in Arvada, Colorado, I might add. I still don't make my bed every morning, and I go to Chick-fil-A 4 times a week. Or more, it's okay. It's pretty clear that I do not have all the truths of the world figured out. However, there is one truth that high school has taught me, and that truth is what I want to talk about today. I am Mary Dieslin, and I have had the honor of serving as your student body president this year. It was around 4 years ago when we, the class of 2018, stepped into Ralston Valley for the first time. We can all remember that uncomfortable feeling as we walked into the gym doors surrounded by weird people and senior boys with beards and cheerleaders with pom-poms, applauding us as we were just trying to find a seat and thinking that this felt nothing like High School Musical. On that August morning, sure, there was a lot of angst and awkwardness lingering in the gym, but as we all sat together in those Ralston Valley bleachers for the first time, something beautiful happened. Our community was born. Community. High school, and especially senior year, have taught me a lot about this word. Over these past 4 years, I've come to the understanding that community is a tangible thing, something that we can all feel and experience. We have felt community on cold Friday nights in October when we all just huddled together at the NAC trying to keep warm. We felt community as we held our breath as a football was launched into the air, and then again when we all let out a roar as the refs called the pass complete in the end zone. We have felt community at homecomings and proms when Don't Stop Believing would come on and everyone would stop what they were doing and just get together and sway and scream the lyrics. We felt community this past February when the entire school gathered in the gym in anticipation of the arrival of our 2-year-old Make-A-Wish kid Porter to our Make-A-Wish assembly. When that little boy walked into our gym, there was this short moment of silence that was quickly followed by this crazy eruption of just like screams, and people were crying, and there was this energy that filled the whole gym that no one could really describe. But looking back on that moment, we know that what we were experiencing was community. The thing that's so awesome and powerful about community is how it requires each person who is part of it to cultivate a selfless heart. Community lies in the bonds that are shared when people practice empathy, when they cry with others in moments of sadness and cheer with others in their moments of success. Community is so much bigger than one person, and that is why it is such a memorable and intense feeling that has shaped each of our high school experiences and lives as we leave this chapter. 4 years ago, we entered the gym as strangers, but today, we sit here as a group of people who have experienced all these little instances together. And little by little, we have formed a community that will live in us forever. Here's the thing about community. Once you experience something so deeply, you crave that same depth and can no longer settle for less. I know that each member of the class of 2018, whether they're off to college, the workforce, or the military, will instill a positive piece of this RV community in people they surround in the future. Now we're gonna take a moment to thank all those people who've allowed us to establish the RV community. Families are the foundation of what we can now call our community. And families don't just consist of moms and dads. I love you, Joe and Noreen. They consist of all the people that you constantly experience community with. They were the ones that drove you to Chick-fil-A to cry over some chicken minis that first time you failed a test. They're the ones who walk you on to the field or court for the first time, and the ones who stood with you at your last game this year, your senior game. They're the ones who drove you home and asked about your day after musical rehearsal went way too long. They're the ones who threw you flowers after your concert. Families are our main source of love, and they're what makes this Ralston Valley community so strong. Another component that is crucial to our community are the teachers and coaches that believed in us and saw us with eyes like no one else. They saw greatness in each of us and pushed us to be better than we thought we could be, and they turned this school into a home. I do not have the world quite figured out yet, but one thing that I do know is community is something that makes life worth living. I am so honored and privileged to have gotten to be a part of this insanely awesome community. And real quick, I would like to call Gavin Jones back up to the podium.
As Mary said, RV's community is one that will stay with us forever. We're all going to miss those little instances of community that have forever changed us as individuals, and we would like to experience one last taste of community.
The rally dance is a tradition that RV has had for the last 3 years. And we do this dance at assemblies and sports games, and it has truly become a symbol of the RV community. This dance perfectly exemplifies community. If Gav and I were to stand up here and do the dance by ourselves, we'd look like a couple of weirdos. But as we have experienced, When a giant group of people do this goofy dance together, it actually has a big impact and evokes that feeling of community we're talking about.
All the people in this room have played a part in cultivating RV's community. To the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, friends, would you please stand and remain standing? Go ahead. There it is. To the teachers, staff, faculty, and administrators, would you please stand? And finally, class of 2018, will you please stand with us?
For our final instance of community as the class of 2018, we would love if you would join us in our last rally dance as Mustangs. We're trying. Everybody can do it. That was good. Okay. Once again, we are so thankful to have been part of this community, and we know that you will all continue to love others as you have here.
So go out there and know that you guys have what it takes to work hard and run the race that you were all meant to run. Thank you.
We would now like to honor our salutatorians for the class of 2018. The distinction of salutatorian is earned by achieving the second highest cumulative unweighted grade point average in the senior class in a program which includes 2 years of advanced placement courses. I invite Mr. Gavin Goodrich to present the salutatorians with a plaque for their academic excellence. If our salutatorians could come up on the stage. Salutatorian Hannah Mae Gigstad. Salutatorian Morgan Pearl Jenkins. Salutatorian Madison Jill Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, our salutatorians for the class of 2018. At this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorians. The distinction of valedictorian is earned by achieving the highest cumulative unweighted grade point average in the senior class in a program which includes 18 academic credits, including world language, and 2 years of successful completion of advanced placement courses. Again, I would like to invite our principal, Mr. Gavin Goodrich, to present plaques to our valedictorians. Valedictorian Kate Charisse Bashford. Valedictorian Carrie Taylor Bishop. Valedictorian Allison Rachel Burback. Valedictorian Jack John Chimura. Valedictorian Victoria Grace Dixon. Valedictorian Jonas Michael Escobar. Valedictorian Gabrielle Ann Gordon. Valedictorian Andrew Michael Graziano. Valedictorian Isabel Ann Horst. Valedictorian Quinn Tova Hovenen. Valedictorian Sarah Ann Kent. Valedictorian Elizabeth Ann Lucero. Valedictorian Emily Grace Markham. Valedictorian Marshall Davis Mars. Valedictorian Cameron Bailey McNeilis. Valedictorian Annalise Marie Morlock. Valedictorian Caitlin Rose Needler. Valedictorian Makira Ann O'Donnell. Valedictorian Bailey Renee Parker. Valedictorian Laurel Therese Rowe. Valedictorian John Nicholas Saramanolis. Valedictorian Kyle Wesley Stearns. Valedictorian Xander Ryan Stratton. Valedictorian Anna Marie Strawn. Valedictorian Caleb Craig Veroni. Valedictorian Alexandria Elizabeth Welch. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our valedictorians for the class of 2018. Carrie Bishop will now deliver the valedictorian address.
All right. Good morning, teachers, staff, parents, families, and friends. And, well, especially the graduating class of 2018. Yeah. Students, I am not going to stand up here and pretend that I have some incredible wisdom to share. You all have the same 18 years of experience that I do. I am not the best actress, artist, mathematician, or, as anyone who has seen me try to catch something can attest to, athlete. So I'm not really qualified to give you advice on any of these topics. However, when I walked into Ralston Valley 4 years ago and saw the big Mustang statue, you all know the one I'm talking about, I made it my goal that I would be one of our graduating valedictorians. Although this goal became less and less of a priority through high school, I realized that creating, but especially accomplishing my goals would not have been possible without making changes in my life. Now, as we head into perhaps one of the bigger changes in our lives so far, I ask you to embrace exactly that, change. Many of us look on changes as scary, unexpected, and quite frankly, uncomfortable. I know I do. Although change can be exactly this, it can also be a wonderful opportunity to explore something new or to have another adventure, to make a difference in another person's life. Over the past 4 years, I have come to appreciate change in everything, from changing teachers to changing friendships. It has forced me to be resilient and to advocate for myself. Moreover, change provides opportunities to learn and to continue to positively improve ourselves and our world. After today, our world is about to get so much bigger. Many of us have spent our entire lives in Arvada, but we will go on to new towns and cities or new programs and adventures. Wherever you are, you will be surrounded by new groups of people and opportunities. So, make the best of it. Don't just stop at embracing change either. In the past 4 years, we have achieved so many great accomplishments as a class and as individuals. From athletics to robotics, students have won numerous awards and recognitions on the local and even state levels. That's pretty amazing. But although this is wonderful, I believe that these achievements will pale in comparison to our future. Sitting on the floor with me today, we have future politicians, artists, astronauts, scientists, and everything in between. We are the students who will go forward, and we will positively change the world. As I am sure many of you can relate to, being asked, "So, have you decided what you're doing next year?" is inevitably followed by reflections and advice on the speaker's past as they try to pass on some of their wisdom. Like many of you, my answer to that question has changed over the past year, and even the past month as we approach that May 1st deadline to notify colleges. However, throughout it all, I have kept in mind some of the simplest and most meaningful advice that was given to me. Continue to stay curious in whatever you do. And 2, find something you love and run with it. I would like to pass on this advice and add to it. Embrace the risks, rise to the challenges, and pursue adventures that the upcoming changes in your life will bring. As we go our separate ways, please make sure to recognize the people around you as well. Parents, coaches, and teachers have all contributed into shaping us into the people we are today, and for that, we owe them a huge amount of gratitude. Let us go forward and continue to make them, but more importantly, ourselves proud as we embrace the changes in our lives and work to change the world for the better. Thank you for an amazing high school experience, and good luck.
I am now pleased to introduce to you our honor graduates. Honor graduates have maintained a 3.6 cumulative grade point average throughout their 4 years in high school. In addition, they have received a minimum of 18 academic credits and have received no grades lower than a C. Honors graduates also must have successfully completed 2 years of advanced placement courses. Honor graduates today are wearing Columbia blue stoles. Will the honors graduates please stand and be recognized? To become a member of our National Honor Society, students must have a cumulative GPA of 3.6 or higher and also have accounted for 40 hours of community service during their membership. These students are wearing yellow cords. At this time, I would ask all National Honor Society members to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Many students demonstrating excellence in various academic areas are also recognized today during our graduation ceremony. They are also wearing cords that represent the distinguished societies that they are members of. National Art Society members excel in their art coursework and perform community service. National Technical Honor Society members have maintained a 3.0 GPA at both Warren Tech and Ralston Valley. These students also engage in community service. Spanish National Honor Society members demonstrate excellence in Spanish courses and in their other coursework. These students must also take the National Spanish Exam or the Spanish Language and Culture AP exam and actively participate in cultural activities in the community. French National Honor Society members demonstrate excellence in French courses and in their other coursework. French National Honor Society members are also required to participate in a national level French test and attend French cultural activities throughout the year. To become a member of the German Honor Society, students must be currently enrolled in a German class and demonstrate excellence in their coursework. Additionally, students must complete either the German National Exam or the AP German exam and have participated in community service. And finally, to become a member of the National Social Studies Honor Society, students must maintain excellent performance in their social studies courses and participate in community service. At this time, I ask that all students who have obtained membership in an academic honor society stand and be recognized. Thank you. The final group of students who are to be recognized are those who have received college scholarships for their academic, athletic, or artistic achievements. This year's senior class has 102 students who have been awarded scholarships worth a total of $10,601,063. Would these scholarship recipients please stand and be recognized? Your parents especially congratulate you. As our choir, band, and orchestra members work their way to the back for our next musical presentation, I will introduce it, and then Mr. Talley, Ms. Talley, and Ms. Watts will get it all started. It's a large percentage of our senior class that they're involved in the arts here at Ralston Valley. We are now privileged to hear Underneath the Stars, performed by the Ralston Valley Concert Choir under the direction of Miss Mackenzie Talley. Another tradition you will see at our commencement is that of our faculty address. This year's class of 2018 has selected math and engineering teacher Chris Brakita to give the faculty address. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brakita.
All right, good morning, class of 2018. We're almost there. Congratulations on making it to this point. So I'm gonna be honest. At first, I didn't want to say yes to giving this speech. Standing in front of you day after day as your calculus teacher is easy. I can talk about derivatives, integrals, with the best of them and make them sound like the most amazing things you have ever learned. Maybe anyway. But standing in front of you as a teacher who is giving a farewell address to such an amazing class might be one of the most challenging things I've been asked to do. I thought maybe I could nominate my wife, Mrs. Burkita, to do the speech for me, and then she yelled at me. So I knew that wasn't going to be an option. I was honored that I was voted to give this speech. However, I was struggling with what I was going to talk about. How am I going to live up to the speeches that came before me? I was really worried about my speech not being creative or as good as speeches given in the past. I was already trying to compare my speech, the one I haven't even started, to previous speeches. Then I thought about what I've tried to instill in my students, you guys, for the last 15 years I've been a teacher. If I turn down this speech, all the stuff I tell you in class, out of class, and on the basketball court would sound like a bunch of you-know-what. So, what do I tell my students every day that would be of any importance here? Derivatives, integrals, fundamental theorem of calculus? Probably not going to go with that stuff, even though derivatives are really important and will be a topic of conversation at most dinner parties in the future. And if they're not, you're definitely at the wrong party. So I began to think about all the other things we talk about in class besides calculus, the most important things that take up our class time, the very things that my wife and I tell our 4 kids on a daily basis. We all know that I can go off on tangents in class, but there always seem to be 3 main themes. Number 1, be who you are. Number 2, work hard at everything that you do. And number 3, help others. So let's talk about number 1, be who you are. The singer and actress Erykah Badu states, be you. Make sure you're saying something when you're saying something. It's important to sound like you, to feel like you, to be like you. Be you. Now, I know this is way easier said than done. Growing up, especially in high school, you are trying to figure out who you are. You might ask, well, Mr. Burkita, I have no idea who I am, so how can I be me? And my response would be, take a look at the last 17 to 18 years of your life. Take a really close look. Every person you met, every challenge you faced, every accomplishment you've earned, every mistake you have made, every person you have loved has made you the person that you are today. Your parents, family members, friends, teachers, coaches, directors, mentors have in some way affected who you are. Now, all these interactions might not all be positive, but positive or negative, they still have shaped what makes you you. When I say be you, all I'm saying is love who you are and put time and energy into those relationships where the true you is valued. Life is hard enough as is, so be the person that you truly are. This past semester, there was a group of students who came into our classrooms and presented on the idea of courage, being courageous enough to just be you. I was introduced to a very powerful song, one that has stuck with me ever since I heard it. I even added it to my workout playlist, which includes the likes of Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Block Boy, and way too many Eminem songs. Yes, I do listen to those artists. We all have our ways to get motivated, so don't judge me. Anyways, this song is about being proud to be who you are and how we don't need to compare ourselves to others. The song is called This Is Me by Keala Settle from the movie The Greatest Showman. Just like the bearded woman, this is one of my anthems and one that I hope you consider for yourself. She says, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. In preparing for the speech, I thought it would have to be like somebody else. I thought I was going to need fancy props and jokes to keep your attention. But then I remember what I always tell my own kids and my students. I knew in giving this speech, I just had to be me, and it would all work out. Now, for number 2, the importance of working hard at everything you do. I know some of you I've had in class are thinking, oh, no, not this speech again. Yes, here it comes again. On the very first day of calculus, I tell my students when they walk into the room, I don't care about your grade. I don't even care about teaching you math. That's usually when all the students look at me and mumble, who is this guy? I'm in a calculus class and he doesn't even care about our grade or teaching us math. Then I continue by saying that in this class, you will be challenged, you will have success, you will have failures. But ultimately, I want to teach you how to work hard for something and how to persevere when things don't go your way. All the rest will take care of itself. Calculus and even school in general is like life. It is about challenging yourself and working hard at something that might not be easy. It's not about a final grade you get. It's about the process. Life is not about one single event. It's about celebrating successes and overcoming challenges. It's not about a grade. There are students in my class who love calculus. There are students who don't like calculus at all. There are students who find calculus really easy and students who find calculus really hard. This is true for every single course you have taken. The point is, no matter where you fit in that continuum, you have to continue to work hard at what you are doing. The legendary UCLA basketball coach John Wooden once said, "Success comes from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming." John Wooden never said the only time he had success was winning 10 national titles. He always talked about the success being the journey that took place, not the end result. Booker T. Washington defined success in the following way. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome. The only way to overcome life's obstacles is to hit that obstacle head on with intensity, fall down, then get up and try again. Learning from all your successes and failures will ultimately make you better at whatever you are trying to accomplish. Now, I want to be really clear. Hard work is not a guarantee to whatever your heart desires. Actually, do you know what hard work guarantees you? Absolutely nothing. What hard work does is open up doors that otherwise would have remained closed. Hard work gives you more opportunities, but does not guarantee success. One thing I can tell you is that these doors won't open if you choose not to work hard and if you don't learn from your mistakes and simply give up. Maybe you can get by every now and then by sneaking your way through a crack in the door, but eventually that'll catch up to you. Trying to have as many doors open as possible is going to lead you to finding what your passions are in life. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What kind of people do you want to be around? Another quote from a legendary coach. Even though this is from Mike Krzyzewski and Duke, I still like the quote. By the way, Carolina is still up 6-5 in national titles. Go Carolina. Anyway, he says, when you are passionate, you always have your destination in sight, and you are not distracted by obstacles. Because you love what you are pursuing, things like rejection and setbacks will not hinder you in your pursuit. You believe that nothing can stop you. That's passion. And through hard work, you will have the opportunity to open up many more doors as you find what that passion means to you. When I was little, it was all about basketball and sports. I was going to be in the NBA. I shot and practiced for hours and hours. I always had a basketball in my hand. Over time, I eventually realized that the NBA was not going to be an option, especially after I tried to dunk on Yao Ming in an AAU high school tournament. Without jumping, he blocked my shot. By the way, he's 7'6", I'm 6'3". I realized that just because I worked hard didn't mean my goal of the NBA was a guarantee or that I was entitled to a shot in the league. What it did do is teach me to work hard at things I love to do. And almost as just as important, when I play in my old man basketball leagues, I no longer go and try and dunk, I just pull up for three. Thank you, Yao Ming, for making me an All-American Apex adult men's basketball player. So the point of the story is that through hard work, I found other passions. Things I didn't even realize that I was love as much as I do. Doors opened. I ended up walking through the doors of Ralston Valley High School where I found coaching and teaching, and I haven't looked back since. Teaching and mentoring is something that I am passionate about now. I love waking up and coming to work every day. I truly believe that working hard at everything you do will open doors that will lead you to what your true passions are. Now, passions aren't just what you're going to do for a living. After you leave here today, always remember the people around you. Relationships are what hard work is worth it in the end. My family is my biggest passion. My beautiful wife and 4 kids mean everything to me. They guide me in everything that I do. It's my family who means the most. LeBron James says, basketball is my passion, I love it, but my family and friends mean everything to me. That's what's important. In your journey, your passions will change. You will succeed, you will fail, but be grounded in the people who care the most about you and the ones who you care the most about. The people closest to you, the people who truly care about you, are the things that should be constant in your ever-changing journey. Finally, number 3, help others. In the 4 years that you have been at RV, the class of 2018 has done a substantial amount of kind things for your friends, your teachers, the school, and the community. Just think about Make-A-Wish. You've been a part of 4 different Make-A-Wish fundraising events. You have helped raise nearly $80,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for children you didn't even know. The impact goes beyond the 4 children you raised funds for. The impact is a chain reaction of kindness. The thing about kindness is that it doesn't have to come from monetary donations. The best thing about kindness is that it is free and that we all have the ability to sprinkle it on everything we come in contact with. I started this speech about talking about the courage to be you. And I want to end this speech about talking about the courage to be kind. We can often learn so much about kindness from little kids. And I want to share this quick story with you. At the time, my 2 oldest boys were in 2nd grade and kindergarten. I met them at the bus stop, and the bus driver opened the door, and he got out and asked me if these boys were mine. I just kept thinking, I sure hope they didn't screw up because their mom's gonna go crazy. The bus driver began to tell me the story. He said there were some older 6th graders who were picking on a younger kid with some learning disabilities. These kids were constantly picking on him and making fun of the same little boy every day. The bus driver then continued to say, I've been driving a bus for 20 years, and I've never seen anything like what your boys just did. Your older son went to the back of the bus and yelled at the older kids and told them to knock it off. Quit being so mean to him. And the kindergartner stood up and said, yeah, he's gonna sit with us now, so leave him alone. The bus driver said he had never seen 2 young kids that were half the size of the 6th graders stand up for someone like that. When the bus driver told me all of this, it was one of the proudest moments I've ever had as a father. Now, my kids aren't perfect by any means. They have not always done the right thing, but in that moment, they showed the courage to be kind. That courage is what living a fulfilling life is all about. I've witnessed many of you show the courage to be kind, and just like with my own children, those are some of my proudest moments as an educator and really as a human being. Class of 2018, have courage to be you. Work hard at everything you do because it will open up many more doors than you can ever imagine. And continue to have the courage to be kind. I want to leave you with one last quote by the great Pistol Pete Maravich. Love never fails, character never quits, and with patience and persistence, dreams do come true. Thank you, class of 2018.
Students applied for and began crafting commencement speeches in April of this year. From there, a committee was formed to select the person who would deliver this year's student address. I would like at this time to introduce you to our student speaker, Morgan Jenkins.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Legacy. We have spent these last 4 years creating our legacy. The class of 2018 will be engraved in history forever, and from this day on, so will our legacy. Every interaction we have made, sacrifice we have given, smile we have shared, tear we have shed, class we have passed, sport we have played, song we have sung, picture we have taken, and memory we have created will be remembered. A legacy is not something to be taken lightly, as it has called for incredible support, love, and care from each and every one of you. And as we sit here, knowing the next chapter of our lives is about to begin, we forget how far we have come to be here. Our legacy has been made through every late night studying at Starbucks, ice period we've accidentally slept through, book we've read, morning we felt like we couldn't get out of bed, and laugh of relief as we've shared. Each of us as individuals has collectively brought together this class of 2018, this legacy we have molded and created. We didn't do it alone, however. We did it with our support systems. There is no way we would be where we all are today, sitting in these seats just minutes away from finishing high school, without people supporting us. We wouldn't make our legacy without those challenging us to make it. The countless supporters we have, parents, siblings, grandparents, friends, coaches, teachers, and staff who have been rooting for us since day one. Think of a time someone drove you wherever you needed to go without hesitation, a time a teacher took their own personal time to meet with you after school, the amount of across-the-state events your family showed up to cheering for you the loudest, the amount of tears wiped away, the amount of smiles shared, and the amount of accomplishments celebrated. There is, again, no way we would be sitting in these chairs eagerly awaiting that tassel flip without our support team. Our legacy first began with ourselves, but continues to grow through the pushing and encouraging of those who love us most. So as we sit here, nervously awaiting whatever life brings us next, we first need to take a breath. Take a breath and appreciate what we have created as a class. Take a breath and know that we have made an impact. This legacy we left is incredible and one that will not be easy to replicate. Not only did we show support for one another through everything, choir concerts, football games, art shows, robotics competitions, we also created something amazing. We created a community around RV that will continue to prosper for years to come. This community raised over $33,000 in 1 week, 7 days, to help make a little boy's wish come true, and have now welcomed Porter and his family into the Mustang Range forever. And while our legacy may not be a physical thing that resonates like the amount of money we raised for a child with a dream, our legacy is found in the support we showed to this cause. That $33,000 may run out, but our class will forever be recognized for that week, that support. Those are some pretty large shoes to fill. Class of 2018, we are amazing. Each of you are incredible. This legacy may be ending its time here at Ralston Valley, but it is only just beginning for each of us individually. No matter what happens within the next few years, the colleges we attend, jobs we interview for, miles we travel, this legacy will continue on. All of us are unique, but all of us have these 4 years in common, this high school experience. Sure, there have been times of doubt or pain, but throughout all of this, we should be proud of ourselves. We did it. So we sit here for a few more seemingly painstakingly long moments to then walk upon this very stage and receive our diplomas. While we do that, let's appreciate us. Let's appreciate the amazing impact we have made on Ralston Valley High School, on Arvada, on Colorado, and on this world through the legacy we are leaving. Congratulations, class of 2018. We did it. We made it. And we will continue to make our legacies and fulfill our dreams with the knowledge that if we finished high school, we can do anything we put our minds to. So let's do it. Let's keep living out our legacies, class of 2018. I can't wait to see where it takes us all. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to present the Class of 2018 banner. Today's presentation of the class banner will be conducted by Mary Deesland, Gavin Jones, and National Honor Society President Alexandria Welch.
At this time, At this time, we would like to honor a tradition that was started by past class leaders. As you may know, the Class of 2018 banner has followed us around the gym above the bleachers since we started as 9th graders at Ralston Valley High School in the fall of 2014.
By now, hanging our banner on this stage, we will retire it alongside our predecessors and leave our mark of achievements and success in Mustang history. National Honor Society President Allie Welch will now hang our banner on the stage, cementing our legacy at Ralston Valley High School.
Thank you, Allie. During this ceremony and all future commencement ceremonies, this banner will hang in the remembrance of the spirit and accomplishments of the Class of 2018. Thank you.
We're almost there, promise. Before moving on to the remainder of this morning's program, I'd like to provide some personal reflections for the class of 2018. Speaking from my heart, I would like you to know what I really feel about you, and I would like to give you some timely advice. Students, allow me by saying that I enjoyed being your principal this last 4 years. I remember when you came into the school as the largest class in RV history. You've always impressed me with your spirit, your commitment and support of each other and of others within the community. As a group, you have helped to uphold the reputation of Ralston Valley High School as a special place and one of the best high schools in Colorado and in the U.S. As a school, you performed in outstanding ways. You have the highest SAT average and the most AP scholars we've ever had at Ralston Valley. From this graduating class, we have students who are attending nearly 100 different colleges and universities, and you've been offered more than $10 million in scholarships. This year, I have worked to get to know some of you and your classmates. I wanted to hear what you think, what you hoped for yourselves and the school. Here are a few things that I learned from your classmates. First, you want to be safe. Second, you want to be heard. Third, you want others to consider your stress and anxiety. And fourth, you want to be loved. And for that, you want to have others love you as you will love them. When scanning the news and looking at the horizon, the world may seem at times like there is less that is for sure. Knowing you and your classmates and seeing how you operate and how you take action, I am more hopeful than ever that there is for sure hope and an optimistic future for all of us. In preparing for today, I've reflected on what I could say that would help send you off to your next adventures, your next big steps. So for the class of 2018, here we go. First, have a bias for action. Do something with your life. Fail fast. Learn fast. Listen more than you talk. Forest bathe often. Run, swim, bike, hike, climb. Do something that makes you breathe hard and makes you sweat. Find your sanctuary. Believe in yourself. Have faith and be faithful. Stay close to your friends, and when your friends don't call or text, call and text them. Have a bias for action. Do something to stay connected. Don't hold grudges. Everyone makes mistakes. Forgive others. Work hard, and if you need to work harder, then work harder. Study things you're curious about. Work at places that challenge you and fill your bucket. Love what you do and do what you love. Make a difference for others. Volunteer. Learn from your mistakes. Be reflective, especially when others are questioning you. Don't let your shortcomings define you and who you are, or be your excuse for growth and improvement. Admit you are wrong when you are wrong. Nobody is always right. Find the good in others. Take chances and take risks. It's a chance to learn who you really are. Travel. Go to a foreign country before you're 30. Live in a big city or on the coast. Lead in the face of opposition. Fight for those who have less than you do. Express grace for those who react to you negatively. Try to be funny, especially if you aren't. I tried that once. Don't be afraid to hug someone. This one's really important. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We all need help at some time. The more clear you are about your why, the easier it is to do the what. Have a growth mindset, and even more important, have a do something mindset. Finally, laugh, cry, teach, love, live, and learn. Be whole, be fully alive. Class of 2018, your teachers, neighbors, and families all know that you are all more than ready to take on whatever comes your way. You're a very high-performing group, and we can't wait to see what the next act has in order for you. The class of 2018, we love you. Thank God, and God bless you all. I now present to Jefferson County School Board member Allie LaSalle, the Ralston Valley High School class of 2018.
Thank you. I must say, in the 16 graduations I've done the past 2 years, I have never had an opportunity to dance on stage. Thank you very much. I am honored and proud. My colleagues will be a little jealous. My husband and children will be in disbelief. So again, thank you. This truly is an exciting time for all of you. And I just want you to know that when I read about or hear about the honors and the recognitions that you have earned as a senior class, whether it be academic, athletic, arts and performance, whether it be individual, team, or club, or whether it be giving to people you've never met, I am inspired and I am really hopeful for our future. I would like to take a moment to recognize the people who have supported you in your journey to walk across this stage, whether it be your family, your educators from your K-12 experience, the people around you, your neighbors, your friends. You might not realize how very proud these people are of you until one day you are sitting in one of these seats that they are. The most powerful words in any world language are these two words: thank you. These words open doors and provide opportunities. I do want to take just a second for you students to thank everybody around you for their support. Whether your next steps are college or career, or just taking some time to figure out what exactly you want to do in life, I would encourage you to embrace obstacles as opportunities. Know that failures are not fatal, and success is not final. As you move forward, never forget the support you've had up to this point, and please know that you still have that support when you need it. Above all, my best advice to you, besides thanking the people who have supported and challenged you along your way, is to remember, as you are excelling at future coursework, as you're excelling in your job, or being a contributing member of your community, life moves fast. Sit back and enjoy it every now and again, and don't let it pass you by. So, Mr. Goodrich, on behalf of the Jefferson County Board of Education, I am honored to accept the Ralston Valley High School class of 28. Please join me in congratulating RV's 2018 graduates.
Okay, at this time, junior escorts, would you please take your places for the distribution of diplomas? I would now like to ask our faculty heralds, Mr. Sean Kasubi and Mr. Shane Freeling, to take their places at the microphones for the presentation of diplomas. Diplomas today will be presented by Assistant Principals Micah Buning, Stephanie Neville, Tony Pergola, and Jim Hines. Principal Goodrich will greet each graduating senior with a congratulatory handshake as they return to their seats. And now, with our junior escorts in place, graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Mary Teresa Kerrigan Dieslin, with honors. Gavin Douglas Jones, with honors. Valedictorian Kate Charisse Bashford, with honors. Valedictorian Carrie Taylor Bishop, with honors. Valedictorian Allison Rachel Burback, with honors. Valedictorian Jack John Chamura, with honors. Valedictorian Victoria Grace Dixon, with honors. Valedictorian Jonas Michael Escobar, with honors. Valedictorian Gabrielle Ann Gordon, with honors. Valedictorian Andrew Michael Graziano, with honors. Valedictorian Isabel Ann Horst, with honors. Valedictorian Quinn Tova Hovenen, with honors. Valedictorian Sarah Ann Kent, with honors. Valedictorian Elizabeth Ann Lucero, with honors. Valedictorian Emily Grace Markham, with honors. Valedictorian Marshall Davis Mars, with honors. Valedictorian Cameron Bailey McNellis, with honors.
Valedictorian Annalise Marie Morlock, with honors. Valedictorian Caitlin Rose Needler, with honors. Valedictorian Makira Ann O'Donnell, with honors. Valedictorian Bailey Renee Parker, with honors. Valedictorian Laurel Therese Rowe, with honors. Valedictorian John Nicholas Ceramanolis, with honors. Valedictorian Kyle Wesley Stearns, with honors. Valedictorian Xander Ryan Stratton, with honors. Valedictorian Anna Marie Strawn, with honors. Valedictorian Caleb Craig Veroni with honors. Valedictorian Alexandria Elizabeth Welch with honors. Salutatorian Hannah Mae Gigstad with honors. Salutatorian Morgan Pearl Jenkins with honors. Salutatorian Madison Jill Norris with honors.
Spencer Chamberlain Ackerman.
Alyssa Michelle Lassinger.
Derek Jeffrey Adams with honors.
Timothy Kaitree Lee with honors.
Jessica Kate Adams with honors.
Samson James Lennerson with honors.
Keeson Bailey Adams.
Nikolaus Villas Levensteins with honors.
Sydney Grace Adams.
Hannah Noel Llewellyn.
Alyssa Ann Allen.
Mason Tyler Lillehaugen.
Angelica Alvarado with honors.
Savannah Grace Linder.
Brendan Allen Anderberg with honors.
Lexi Ann Luttrell.
Mariah Jane Anderson.
Alex Jason Luthi.
Emily Lynn Andreessen.
Benjamin Lee Lyons.
Sydney Shea Andrus with honors.
Timothy Ryan Madole.
Aaron Joseph Aranda.
Angela Nicole Mai.
Mia Lynn Aranda.
Preston Dwayne Howard Malcolm with honors.
Caitlin Elizabeth Arleth.
Lucas Dean Maldonado.
Isaac Keith Asquith with honors.
Trey Philip Manley with honors.
Anna Claire Austin with honors.
Tyler Colton Manning.
Sierra Jordan Ayala.
Luke David Mantich.
Jennifer Ann Bacon.
McGuire Ann Markham.
Lauren Grace Bader.
Aiden Paul Marler with honors.
Samantha Ann Baker.
Jillian Amber Marquis with honors.
Mary Michaela Bandemir. Isabella
Rose Martellero.
Devin Ray Barber.
Cassidy Jane Mays with honors.
Jameson John Barnard with honors.
Michaela Ann Mazurko.
Moira Isabel Barr.
Daniel Edward McCarthy.
Haley Jacqueline Bass.
Kayla Laura McCartney with honors.
Colin George Bauerschmidt.
Grace Elizabeth McCartney with honors.
Danielle Jordan Belcher.
Matthew Christian McCartney with honors.
Nicholas Alexander Bell.
Michael Robert McLean.
Michaela Eileen Bellicosa.
Brogan Patrick McCleary.
Madeline Nicole Benham.
William Thomas McCormick with honors.
Harrison Otero Benoit.
Ian Albert McCracken.
Grant Sean Best.
Cameron Diane McKenzie.
Dallas James Beveridge with honors.
Kayla Lynn McNearney.
Shania Whitney Byer.
Aubrielle Joy McPherson.
Megan Elise Blackmore.
Kyler Alexander Medley Wallace.
Blake Warner Blakesley.
Zachary Joseph Mice.
Blake Allen Bolger.
Cole Merrick Mercer.
Christopher John Bovey.
Carly Michelle Metcalf.
Emiko Ray Boyer.
Ethan John Miles.
Victor Alexander Boyer.
Grace Christina Miller with honors.
Aaron Parker Boyder.
Zachary Colin Miner with honors.
Gracie Kathleen Brazel with honors.
Victoria Ann Moffett.
Dylan Nilson Brewer.
Skylar Audio Manette.
Gianna Shea Brody.
Melissa Aaron Moore.
Joshua Michael Brown.
Madison Alana Moran with honors.
Remington Dwyer Brown.
Samuel Jeffrey Montgomery Morris.
Alyssa Ann Buckner.
Hayden William Mudry.
James Donald Buckner.
Carlisle Anthony Murley.
Scott Andrew Burback with honors.
Yvette Elizabeth Michelov.
Joshua Caleb Berger.
Ian Alexander Nara with honors.
Kaylee Joe Burgess.
Elena Josephine Nelson.
Alexandria Jean Burmeister.
Lena Fong Mai Nguyen with honors.
Hunter Elizabeth Burns.
Jalen Adrian Lee Nieto.
Isabella Lane Burns.
Joe Xiaobang Ning with honors.
Delaney Jennifer Byrne with honors.
Kun Xiaokun Ning with honors.
Madison Renee Calloway.
Jake Masao Nishida.
Sophia Marie Canella.
Tonye Sophie Lee Nordberg.
Matthew James Canton.
Catherine Bridget Maxine O'Hara with honors.
Alessia Loretta Capley.
Patrick Samuel O'Kane.
Taylor Nicole Carlson.
Grant Michael O'Shea with honors.
Ashlyn Brianna Carmesino.
Benjamin Ian Gerhardt Olson.
Cameron Michael Carnes.
Lucas Dean Honorado.
Michael Gentry Carpenter.
Grace Muriel O'Toole.
Michaela Lynn Carter.
Lauren Marie Owens.
Alexandra Sarah Cartwright.
Ricardo Padilla Jr.
Sabrina Ann Castanuela.
Cody James Paravala.
Ariana Isabel Castro with honors.
Jordan Ashley Parker.
Emily Sage Caulfield with honors.
Lindsay Nicole Parker.
Peyton Elizabeth Cerrone.
Wesley Stephen Payton.
Emily Anasong Chancisiroth with honors.
Tanner Rango Pierce.
David Sergi Chernenko.
Zoe Isabel Chauncey Pena.
Courtney Sidney Chu.
Trevor Michael Patrick Pergola.
Randall Joseph Cisneros.
Jared Austin Peterson.
Brett Randall Clark with honors.
Chandler Scott Phillips.
Kennedy Rose Clark.
Alec Boulder Phipps.
Nicholas Scott Colchin.
Zachary Alexander Pierce.
Peyton Hope Conrad with honors.
Mary Elizabeth Pilling.
Tap me when ready. Mackenzie Elise Corbett.
Raymond Anthony Pineda III.
Benjamin David Corrado with honors.
Logan Robert Plemons.
James Alejandro Corso.
Brenna Dawn Powell with honors.
Kayla Gwynn Cote.
Colton Lee Pribble.
Samuel Jacob Cowling.
Courtney Jade Carol Probus.
Kobe John Cross.
Haley Ann Queen.
Austin Benjamin Curl.
Brett Zachary Radovich.
Jenny Nicole Sear.
Anthony Michael Rael.
Stefano Anthony Dardano with honors.
Zachariah Rahimi.
Jordan Tamson Daring.
Sasha Marie Raymer with honors.
Lyle Alexander Dashbach.
Ileana Guadalupe Ramirez.
Isabel Irene Davenport.
Jamie Nicole Zach.
Troy William Day.
Alexander Paul Reck.
Cassidy Marie DeGroot.
Cameron James Reiber.
Alexandra Marie DeGroat Duncan with honors.
Clarice Mary Reiner.
Joseph Elijo Delgado.
Madison Rochelle Ravel with honors.
Emma Grace DeLisa with honors.
Olivia Lorraine Richardson.
Calvin Michael Dimming with honors.
Taylor Michelle Richardson.
Abigail Grace Dempsey with honors.
Harley Isidore Richker with honors.
Jaron Michael Deach with honors.
Tegan Elizabeth Reese.
Matthew James Diltz.
Christopher William Rivera.
Sarah Ann Dimitri with honors.
Riley Adam Rivera.
Caroline Louise Doherty with honors.
Alejandro Antonio Rivero.
Luke Carver Domenico.
Taryn Alexa Roby.
Harley Grace Dorrance.
Ryan Michael Romer.
Melina Marie Dukas.
Travis Austin Rogers with honors.
Hannah Elizabeth Dreyer.
Grant Matthew Rold.
Andrew Morris Dressler.
Dominique Melissa Romero Tejada.
Ryan Nicholas Drew with honors.
Eleanor Sandra Rose.
Ashley Brooke Dry with honors.
Nathaniel Ian Rosenberger.
Ethan Quinn Duwallen.
Rachel Rosetta Rosno.
Charles Ross Eck with honors.
Evan Richard Roshak.
Nathan Drew Edens.
Michaela Grace Retzela.
Caleb Matthew Edwards.
Ray Matthew Sanchez.
Giselle Lynn Ike.
Taylor Rose Sanchez.
Bobby Lynn Eldridge.
Samantha Jane Sarmer.
Andre Arthur Elmaleh.
Jack Ethan Savage.
Aiden McGregor Elsie.
Sophia Osama Sawagid with honors.
Ethan Hendrick Elzinga with honors.
Matthew Thomas Scarborough.
Jared Luke Escobar with honors.
Benjamin Allen Schaefer.
Patrick Ryan Evans.
Avery Kaczynski Schmidt.
Logan Taylor Fackler.
Brett Burns Schneider.
Isabella Bernini Finelli Poole.
Logan Henley Schroeder.
Bo Matthew Ferris with honors.
Rachel Lene Schultz.
Alexandra Kira Felderman with honors.
Anna Michelle Schumacher.
Therese Dolores Felker with honors.
Nikki Wendy Shefchik with honors.
Kaylee Nicole Fenton.
Samantha Lauren Shalhoub.
Mitchell James Ferguson.
Anastasia Renee Shea.
Curtis Joseph Fitzgerald.
Zachary Robert Silence.
Anna Cecilia Fixler.
Riley Shane Simcoe.
Isabella Lorraine Franco.
Kevin Q. Simon.
Harrison Lane Fraze.
Fabian Juan Simons.
Ian Thomas Fromm with honors.
Jacob Anthony Sinclair.
Vincent Ralph Gallardi.
Cade Allen Slump.
Benjamin Leo Gallagher.
Ariel Janae Smith.
Celeste Marie Isabella Gantenbein.
Caven Seamus Smith.
Emily Ann Gaona with honors.
Cecilia Elizabeth Smith with honors.
Bryce Michael Garcia Larned.
Joseph Puentes Smith.
Christian Andrew Geist.
Harrison Gray Smithling.
Benjamin Ari Gelman with honors.
Madison Renee Smoker.
Dylan Allen Gibson with honors.
Gabrielle Lorraine Snyder with honors.
Brianna Nicole Gillen with honors.
Zachary Jacob Snyder.
Delaney Rain Gillespie.
Harkaran Singh Such.
Jacqueline Pauline Gim.
Seamus Draven Michael Spears Hawley.
Sean Patrick Gishwiller.
Aaron Speed.
Georgie Grace Gochis.
Rachel Ross Stankovich with honors.
Colton Christian Gochis.
Shane Edward Starbuck.
Amaya Noel Gonzalez.
Ryan McKenna Steele.
Hunter Eric Goodman.
Benjamin Nicholas Stepanik with honors.
Turner Douglas Gordon with honors.
Brianna Rose Stevens.
Francesca K. Gottler.
Ethan Hunter Stevens.
Anna Helene Gottlieb with honors.
Patrick Wheeler Stolper with honors.
Jacob Allen Gregg.
Grace Catherine Strassheim with honors.
Jeremiah Tyler Grease.
Brandon Thomas Sullivan with honors.
Michael Clyde Griffey with honors.
Ataya Zara Sergani with honors.
Dax Daniel Grossman with honors.
Quinlan Michael Haas Sweetman.
Anna O'Hare Grundman with honors.
Addison Ray Swindell with honors.
Gianna Maria Guadani.
Cecilia Rose Tellerico.
Alina Ryan Gunter.
John Winslow Tandler.
Kirsten Marie Gwynn.
Kaylee Ann Taunton.
Stephanie Taylor Gwynn.
Trevor Nathan Toma.
Tyson James Habercorn.
Ethan James Thomas.
Derek Russell Haddon.
Stephen J. Thompson.
Ready? Kylie Sue Hall with honors.
Landon William Thinnell.
Madison Peyton Hallock with honors.
Noel Diamante Terriquez.
Hannah Jillian Hansel.
It's already happened. She's coming next. Natalie Jordan Tingle with honors.
Braden Leo Hartley.
Francis Tien Tu with honors.
Antea Brielle Haynes.
Julianne Nicole Todd.
Julie Marilyn Helmreich.
Spencer Michael Todd.
Brian Alexander Hendrickson with honors.
Kason Joseph Tomich.
Julianne Elizabeth Hensel with honors.
Nathaniel James Toon.
Ryan Douglas Herderick.
Caitlin Ardell Torline.
Luke Irwin Ford Herman.
Camille Midgley Toronto with honors.
Nathan Allen Higgs Jr.
Emma Rose Toth.
Levi K. Hobson.
Juan Jose Tovar Estrella.
Maisie Clara Hogan.
Laura Elizabeth Turner with honors.
Carter Fox Holman.
Ryan Scott Turner.
Stephen William Hopkins.
Gregor Rumanov Zinov with honors.
Zachary David Hopper.
Morgan Bingham Vallandingham.
Nicholas Joseph Hudson.
Samantha J. Van Sickle with honors.
Heidi Elizabeth Immel.
Antonio James Vecchiarelli.
Tanner Anthony Jennings.
Thomasina Alexis Velasquez.
Louis Bryson Johanning.
Sienna Marie Vessa with honors.
Ian Benjamin Johnson with honors.
Adeline J. Vowels.
Lindsay Nicole Johnson.
Casey Reagan Wagner.
Max Randall Johnson.
Nicholas Brian Walters.
Jackson Riley Johnstone with honors.
Omar Masur Wardak.
Jacob Porter Jones.
Grace Elliott Waters.
Catalina Anya Marie Jones.
Emma Ashlyn Weaver with honors.
Alec Manuel Jonke.
Haley Colleen Weaver.
Ebba Sarah Frederica Johnson.
Caitlin Michelle Weaver.
Ellison Lynn Jorgensen.
Michael Thomas Webb with honors.
Macy K. Jocelyn with honors.
JD Marie Weidman.
Daylin Ray Judd.
Emily Nicole Weiland with honors.
Andrew Gunnar Kane.
Rebecca Aminta Wiesel.
Kylie Ann Keller.
Christopher Michael Wells.
Priya Rose Keller.
Austin Hubbard White.
Elena Ariel Kelly.
Riley Ann Williamson.
Simon Gerald Kemper.
Jordan Nicole Winchester.
Emily Ann Kimsel with honors.
Mackenzie Ann Winchester.
Alex Matthew Kim with honors.
Natasha Michelle Wiseman.
Catherine Ann Kimbrough with honors.
Avery Brennan Witt.
Jacob Wyatt King.
Jalen Dean Wolf.
Olive Ian King.
Elizabeth Therese Wampy.
Mackenzie Dawn Kirschner with honors.
Bailey Ray Wood.
Ian Michael Clava with honors.
Joseph Lawrence Wood with honors.
Jackson Henry Knepp.
Victoria Ann Woodcock.
Taylor Alexandria Cook.
Davis James Yates.
Dylan Michael Krug with honors.
Shania Yip.
Tyler Lawrence Krug.
Cole William Young.
Kendall Jing Kuhn.
Mariah Love Zagorski.
Benjamin Gray Kuznetsky.
Jackson Alexander Zinn.
Kayla Marie LeBate with honors.
Hayden Ethan J. Zopf with honors.
Michael James Lacavara.
Rachel Michelle Zoran with honors.
Taylor Jordan Lallman. Garrett Michael Lenko with honors. Genevieve Elizabeth LaRock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. And now, to close this graduation ceremony with the traditional farewell and turning of the tassels, Mary Deaslin and Gavin Jones.
Class of 2018, as a community, we've cheered, we've laughed, we've cried, and we've danced.
As you go do great things as an individual, forever remember the awesome experiences we've had. Now the moment we've been waiting for. Please stand. Thanks. Turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2018. We did it!
Wow.
Junior escorts, begin the recessional.